Welcome to another episode of Lady Captain, and today we'll be revisiting the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Some days I'm quite angry, perhaps disappointed or just frustrated. I have so many degrees. I went through so many schools. I have taken so many classes. I have met so many inspirational people along the way. And somehow I have so many holes inside of me that are missing information, lacking direction, still trying to find purpose. Well, anyway, have you heard about the 4 Agreements? Have you read the book? Are you living by those 4 agreements? You have read it. Good for you. What are the 4 agreements? If you have a hard time remembering, it's time to refresh your memories and your belief system and undergo another awakening moment, so to say. Exit another agreeable somnolence and start living in the present by honoring those 4 agreements for a better life. First agreement: be impeccable with your word. You have such a freedom with your words. You can say anything you want, anytime you wish. It seems simple, yet so powerful. You have this weapon in your hand that you can fire up anytime, and once you do, you cannot undo it. You better use it wisely. It is through word that we manifest everything. Your word is the most powerful tool that you ever have as a human. So you need to learn how to use it. This power tool, because it can create the most beautiful dream, or it can destroy everything around you. All the magic you possess is based on your word. A word can enter our minds and change a whole belief for better or for worse. So let's examine why does it say be impeccable with your word. So being impeccable is not going against yourself. When you're impeccable, you have responsibility for your actions. Being impeccable with your word is the correct use of energy. It means to use your energy in the direction of truth and love for yourself. The book tells a story about a mother and her singing daughter. The mother was tired, had a long day at work, had a headache, wanted her daughter to stop singing. So finally, in desperation, the mother shouted at her daughter, "Stop! Your voice is awful and it's hurting my head." And just like that, the little girl never sang again. Even more so, she became very shy, closed in, and socially awkward. So there's 2 things to learn here. Firstly, once we speak, we cannot take it back, but also we need to learn to forgive. The mother did not mean it. So, as we plant the seed of love here, let it grow and blossom. And next time you use your words to others and to yourself, use it wisely to spread love, to be kind, and to make a difference in someone's life for the better. Second agreement: don't take anything personally. And the second agreement is very much a natural continuation of the first agreement. If we go back to the example from the book about the mother that shouted at her daughter. At the end of the day, the mother did not mean it, as we mentioned, and the little girl should just have let it go. But try to explain that to a little soul that is just starting her journey. Her mother is her world. Children don't have this understanding. They're innocent. So as a children, we become an easy emotional target, even victims. Even adults do. But now that we have the luxury of being wise and older, we have the luxury to go back and repair some of the damage that has been done to us as a children. Completely unnecessary. Because in fact, we did it to ourselves. So this is where this agreement comes into place. Don't take anything personally. There will be many moments that people will be directing their anger and frustrations towards you. Let it pass you. This is their battle to fight, not yours. Knowing who you are is the key. As adults, we really had chances to experience and learn who we are. Unfortunately, the little girl from the story did not. So go back and find that little girl or little boy that lives inside of you and take care of it. Become kind and patient towards her or him and really learn who you are today as an adult. And when someone is attacking you, be objective. If they're right, perhaps say, "You're right, I need to work on it." And if they're not, just let it go. You never know what people are going through or what they have been through. Give them the respect and don't let hurt people hurt you. Every so often, we all think we're so important. We assume people talk about us. They want to hurt us. They want to make fun of us. They don't respect us. I'm sorry, but that's probably not true. And it's you and more of you that is creating the scenarios inside your head. People think mostly about themselves. And most likely, we're getting offended about things that has nothing to do with us, just like the little girl did. So from tomorrow, every time you're about to take something personally, just remember the song. You probably think this song is about you, don't you? Well, it's not. People get angry, get frustrated, get disappointed, and most of the time has nothing to do with you. Learn to be supportive in those moments and try not to become defensive, vulnerable, or weak. Third agreement: don't make assumptions. And here the book talks about emotional poison. Every time we assume something, we make assumptions and we believe in them. The way we keep ourselves from making assumptions is by asking questions. Make sure the communication is clear. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Asking questions takes courage, and only once you hear the answer, you no longer need to make assumptions because you know the answer, you know the truth. The day you stop making assumptions, your life will be changed. You'll put a stop to so many misunderstandings, false expectations, and misinterpretations. Unfortunately, so many of the assumptions we do it automatically. So put an end to all the assumptions is actually harder than you think because, firstly, you need to become aware that you're actually doing it. You need to awaken yourself out of the habit and out of automation and reset yourself to the present moment. So understanding this concept is important, but actually taking action is needed in order to see results. Planting a new habit is like planting a new seed. You need to slowly let it grow, get the roots get stronger, get more leaves, and finally let it bloom into something beautiful. Fourth agreement: always do your best. No one knows your boundaries, your limitations, your strength or weaknesses. Only you can define where is that line between not enough and too much. And once you start living in the world of your best, you're living a life of no regrets. But most importantly, you're living your life. You're listening to yourself, your inner strength, and you no longer try to be someone else. Have you done yoga? If you have, you know that in the classes your teachers will always tell you, listen to your body. Basically, just because you did some stretch yesterday, it does not mean you can do it today. If you're just pushing to go deeper in a stretch, you are just doing stretching. This is not yoga. Yoga is something different. Today, you might be able to push 10 times harder than yesterday. And tomorrow, you might have to hold and take it easy. But the most important thing is to be in the moment and to listen to yourself and catch that moment that is here and now and do your best. And guess what? It really does not matter how far you went. As long as you went as far as humanly possible for you. If you do that, I guarantee you live a peaceful life with no regrets, full of fulfillment. If you'd like to watch more self-development episodes, make sure to check these 2 videos. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching another episode of Lady Captain.